Hey, everybody out there. Welcome to the MSR Drive. We got Falco with us again today. Falco, how are you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Just enjoying this Kentucky weather right now.
Oh, dude, is it 70 there too? Because it's super nice outside.
Just partly cloudy. It's like the perfect barbecue weather right now.
Yeah, too bad you can't have more than 10 people together.
Exactly.
Governor Andy Beshear will come find you and hunt you down, is what I understand.
He will. He's all over. I'm proud of my governor.
Hey, we've got a special guest with us today. I'm kind of excited about it. Me and Falco literally on Wednesday decided that we were bringing him in, and this wasn't this Wednesday. It was last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, it was when we put out, I think, maybe the second episode of The Drive. This is 4. So I've got number 1 draft pick with me. Dude, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Dude, we're super excited. That's why you came in here and just beat DK, and I was like, yeah, we're going to talk to him.
In the divisional game.
Oh, dude, it was nice to watch. It was fun to watch. Hey, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 31, just turned 31 a couple weeks ago. I work in a hotel, a Hilton Hotel, and been playing Madden for pretty much since it's been on the console, and love sports. So big football, big hockey guy. Pretty much all sports, but those are the ones I play the most on Xbox.
Now, if I remember right, in the clip that Rev posted, you're a Saints fan, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I was born in Louisiana, but I lived in Washington my whole life. But I do like the Saints, love the Saints.
Well, you should have converted to the best team to ever play football, who happens to be in Washington, but we won't go there. At least you have them in the video.
Wrong.
Right, yeah.
Oh, me. So what about what do you think the big difference between MSR and Genesis has been for you, like skill level wise or just anything?
I think, of course, the league has some mixed people with both teams, but I think MSR, you can tell immediately the competition level is definitely higher. People, not that they don't care in Genesis, but it seems like everyone wants to win it all in MSR. And you're going to find that every game is going to be a battle. And just like I'm excited to have a full season next season with the team and just try to compete with the rest of the guys. But already 3 games in, I can tell that it's definitely a little more competitive than Genesis.
Yeah. Falco, did you feel about the same way when you came up?
I did. That was one thing, like immediately that I noticed. I'm not the best Madden player. Everybody knows that. But in Genesis, I was keeping it pretty close as far as my scores. And I'm pretty sure I went like 7-9 or 8-8 my first season. And when I made the jump to MSS or to MSR, I got smacked. I think it was like 45-17. I can't remember who I played. I think it was maybe Boone. Maybe it was a rude awakening, whoever it was.
I think you're right. I think it was the Titans that you came into and instantly. And Boone was on a frippin' rip through the league at that point too. I think you caught him in his 12-game win streak or something.
Yeah. I caught Boone in the middle of his win streak. I got Hoff, who was just on fire. I think he lit me up for like 56 or something. It was definitely a completely different level of competition. I'm slowly coming into my own. Now I'm only losing by 7, 10, 13. So,
I feel you there.
That's one thing that was a major difference for sure.
And neither one of y'all were in. Falco, I played Genesis with you a little bit whenever I was doing 2 teams, but I can remember I came up into MSR at the end of 19. I won the Super Bowl in Genesis, and then instantly came up as soon as before the next season started. I lost 11 straight games. I don't think I won a single game in 19 in MSR. I was like, well, crap. But anyways, but now number 1 came up, and then you won your first game. How did that feel?
I definitely felt good. I was wondering, my team had 0 wins on the season, so I was like, do I continue and go on 0 wins or try to show them what I got? So definitely trying to win every game I play.
So, like, when you got handed that team, when you first looked at the roster, what was something you looked at and went, well, crap, I got to fix it instantly?
Well, the first things I did was look, do I have Haskins? Do I have Montez Sweat? Do I have Terry McLaurin? I was like, none of those are there. But then I saw Devin White and I saw Bush, I think, and I was like, okay, there's some pieces there. So the first thing that stood out is that I'm used to playing 3-4, so it looks like the guy who had it before me was trying to run a 4-3. So definitely trying to adjust to that and get the right players in the right positions. There's a rookie, Lincoln, on the D line who's been showing out for me right now. So I don't know. I'm excited to get a full look at this team, get the draft, and I feel like this team is ready to compete still.
Now, I will have to tell you, which, already made the statement. I am a huge, huge Skins fan. Have been since I was little. And but I have to tell you all this story. I was thinking about it earlier today. So the Skins in real life haven't won a playoff game since 2005. We beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a wild card round, and it was on a Saturday night. Falco, you're from the South. Now, number one, are you from the South? Well, you said Louisiana.
No, I've lived in Washington my whole life though.
Oh, okay. Well, then you may not understand this, but Falco, being in Kentucky, may get it. Us Southerners, when we do a tent revival, it doesn't have it does not have dates. They start them during the middle of summer, and they just go until they feel like that they're done doing them.
Yeah.
So they can go on for weeks. So they'll get there and have church service for like 3-4 hours at a time. So my grandma's church was having a tent revival. I got out of revival in enough time to watch the game started. Anyways, I didn't have to miss church for the Buccaneers Redskins game. We won. And depending on if Seattle won or lost, the Redskins were either going to play on Sunday or Saturday night. So if they play Saturday night again, I can watch the game. If they play Sunday, I've got to tell my nice little old grandma that I'm not coming to church because I'm going to watch the Redskins play football. Seattle won, so we're playing Seattle on Sunday. Saturday comes around. I go with Grandma to a revival. She looks at me and goes, "I'll see you tomorrow." I go, "No, you won't." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I'm going to watch the Redskins play football." She goes, I'm telling you right now, if you don't come to church and you miss church for football, they'll never win another big game." And they have. My grandma put a curse on the Redskins. That's why we suck. That's why we can't win.
Yes.
Dan Snyder won't sell the team. It's not because of anything else. It's my grandma.
So Granny Cotton, I love it. I'm a Philly fan, so shout out to Granny Cotton.
She and then the bad thing is she had a stroke last year. She used to give me a hard time about it, but when she had her stroke, she forgot about it. So I have to remind her about it now. So
Oh man.
But anyway, so I got to ask number one, what's like the one thing that like you bring to the table in Madden that you're just like, this is what makes me me? Like, I run the ball, I don't pass, I'm terrible at it, but like I'm going to look at you and I'm going to run the ball down your throat. What's that for you?
For me, I would say probably my user ability. Definitely getting used to the rules and the staying in my zone and stuff. But I definitely feel like I can, read plays well and definitely be a factor with my user and try to make plays on empty space, stuff like that.
So you like to play with what? Middle linebacker, bring the safety down, or
I like to switch it up. I like middle linebacker and the safety.
Well, see, you're up one up on me. I can't usually do the safety because I'm blind. So
I definitely do get caught sometimes. So I don't want to say I'm a beast at it, but you definitely read the play when you're looking at it from a top view and kind of crash down on the play.
So in your division, you've got arguably, and I think Falco would agree, you are arguably in the hardest division in MSR this cycle.
Yes.
You have EK, who went 16-0 with Ezekiel Elliott in just straight up beast mode in the first season. And then you've got Tom with Daniel Jones. And who's the wide receiver out there, Falco? Is it Slayton?
Slayton and now MVS.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Scantlin went there from Green
Yep.
Bay.
Yep.
And then you have Kylo as the Eagles, who I mean, you could argue is the next to J Rod. They're 1 and 2 and could be interchangeable depending on the day.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting in that division, who it's like if you had to pick one that you're going to play because you needed to win, who are you going to pick?
That's a good question because I don't even know if I played all of them yet, but I definitely know Kylo. I've just played DK recently. I'll say the Giants just because I don't know anything about them. How about that?
And I kind of put you on the spot on that one, knowing that you hadn't played the Giants. So, but now Tom's a heck of a user too.
Yeah, he just made the Super Bowl. Like he just came off the Super Bowl. The thing with the NFC East, I don't think there's been an NFC Championship without an NFC East team in a while.
Now, the first Super Bowl, because DK didn't even make it out of the first round. Zeke got hurt, and I think he got put out. I think our first Super Bowl in this cycle didn't have an NFC East team in it. I could be wrong, and I've slept since then, and I have a horrible memory. But I think I'm right.
Yeah, you may be. You may be. Just in recent history, I think we've had Tom went last year, Kylo the year before. And was it Kylo the year before that too?
Kylo won 2 in a row or 3 in a row or something crazy.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. He beat the Texans and then he beat somebody else because he beat the Texans on this crazy throw into the end zone. Or that may have been in the championship game. I can't remember.
The cross-body throw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nuts. That was nuts.
Oh, Lord. Well, so, like, you're sitting in that division. What do you think? Like, and I know you don't know who all else you play, but if you had to, like, guess how you do next season, how do you think you do in there?
I'm a confident guy, like I said in my intro video. So I'm gonna surprise some people. I'm gonna say 11-5, and I'm gonna go for the wild card.
Well, the one bad thing about the NFC, you can go 11-5 and not make the wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome to the NFC, where the NFC East all go like 12-4, and you're like, what just happened?
I know. Too bad 4 teams can't get in from one division, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now next year's Madden, though, that's a different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh Lord. So now, you're a Saints fan. I'm going to assume that like Drew Brees is like your favorite player.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Drew Brees. Growing up, I loved Aaron Brooks. I loved Deuce McAllister. Those guys. Joe Horn. But yeah, Drew Brees is obviously the GOAT in my eyes. I'll fight anyone to this day about it.
Oh mate. Now what's the I don't know why I can't think of his name. The dude that played at Utah that they brought in that plays quarterback, wide receiver, running back. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Taysom Hill, right? Yeah. So we had a discussion. Falco, were you in here during the Taysom Hill is a quarterback discussion that they had?
No. That was before my time.
Okay. Do you think Taysom Hill is a franchise quarterback?
To be honest, no, I don't. I just think that he's serviceable, but in his role, I just think he's better as what we've been using him. I don't think he could be a full-time quarterback. I mean, I might be wrong, but I just don't see him as that. Because if he was, then why wouldn't we use him?
Yeah. No, I feel you. I just had to ask because that had chat hot one day, and I can't remember who all was in the discussion. But
I love him, but I wouldn't want him to be my starting quarterback. No.
So you don't want him as Drew Brees 2.0?
I think he's like a little less version of Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, I think Teddy B would have been like. I think they should have kept him there, but that's not here nor there. But
we knew that we couldn't keep them both. So
Well, get back. I'll get you back on MSR. I'm bad to just random off there. Chase a
Okay.
squirrel for a second. Are you there?
Yep.
Yes.
Still here? Yep.
Yeah. So if you were like, as the Skins, like, what's the one thing that you need in the draft?
That's a good question. I was just looking over that. I think I need. I was actually looking at the team. They have. I don't know if the computer drafted for me or what, but there's a lot of pieces in kind of random spots. I would say I need maybe some secondary and maybe one more D end to go with the rookie I got right now. I'm pretty set at running back. Quarterback, I see that I don't love him, but he's signed for a couple of years, so I'm going to keep with him. And actually, maybe a receiver. I need a burner. I don't have anyone really over 90 speed.
Yeah. Well, dude, I can't like look, especially with McLaurin being gone. You've got to get yourself something to throw to. That's for sure.
Yeah, especially in the NFC East where the secondary is just absolutely nasty. Every team has a crazy secondary. So yeah, that's definitely one thing I think you're gonna have to address, because 88 speed, 89 speed, that's just not gonna cut it in the NFC East.
Yeah, especially if I want to compete with those guys. I mean, I need someone who can, keep them. They can't play in the same defense. Need someone who can go over the top and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true, dude. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I really appreciate you being on here. Falco, you got anything to leave with, or?
No, just you guys, everybody out there listening, like I've mentioned before, in other shows that I'm on, keep your eye on everything going on in MSR, because we have some crazy content coming out with podcasts. Inside the Revolution's got something coming out that's going to blow people's mind. The top 10 thing that we did earlier is picking up some traction. So, just keep the love going for MSR. Like, share, subscribe to everything that we have going on, and let's keep this thing rolling.
Yeah, for sure. I guess my one big thing I'm going to leave you all with is just support each other. Listen to each other's stuff, like it, share it, be one with MSR. But continue to social distance. Stay safe, stay healthy, make smart decisions. Same thing I've said a couple of different times. But anyways, Jared, I appreciate you being on here with us, man.
Yeah, man. Of course. Thanks for having me. I can't wait to listen to it and keep listening to future episodes.
All right. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. We'll catch y'all later.